Look at that amazing backyard, guys. Swimming pool and everything. Homeowners selling the house, so they hired us to come out here and well, pressure wash the house. But you guys know we're gonna be downstreaming this. You see that, guys? I love doing white houses, and you can see this one. There's not one spot, well, at least on this side. So let's do a quick walk around here so I can show you guys what it is that we're gonna be doing. Easy peasy. I always say that, right? They're all easy peasy to us. We've been in the game for a minute. But we're going to downstream this. It's going to be less than an hour. You know, this type of house, vinyl siding. You got a couple of mud huts up there. You see that? The gutters are really bad up there. We're hitting this with a 6% mix, so not going to be that big of a deal. Of course, you guys, you know, that know the system. You hook up your water first. I already did my 5 rounds. I just finished doing that. But flyer on that house right there, flyer in that house, and then the 3 across the street. So hence the term 5 rounds. So here, this side up here, look at that, guys. I mean, wow. Your soffits up there, I mean, and your downspouts, they are nasty. So let's keep walking here. Here it starts to get a little bit more. You'll see a little bit of the mold growing up there. And green algae right here near the plants. Look at that. That's pretty bad right there. All right, and not doing the deck or anything else. We're just here to do the house wash. They're coming tomorrow to do pictures, or to take pictures, I should say. So there you go. And that's probably the worst spot up here. Look at that. And there you have it. So let's go ahead and turn on that Honda 690 and get cracking. All right, so before we jump on this house wash, I wanted to talk about this because a couple guys emailed me about it. So you guys see the red tape there, and underneath this right here is several Verizon boxes. One's a landline. So we have that 42-gallon contractor bag, and that tape is called stucco tape. We're gonna do a walk around of the house for you to show you what it is that we tape up. Of course, that's your electrical box. That's what feeds electricity, comes from the, you know, electrician company. So we put a tape over that. You don't want any water to get behind that box. Also, I taped up these what is this thing called, the control boxes for the garage. Basically anything a ground level, right? I'm not taping up things up there, obviously, but anything at ground level that water or your solution can damage. So you see right there, that's an outlet. Okay, and by the way, if outlets have some kind of wire or plug in them, we take it out. And then the doorbell there, we usually put it on a keyhole as well, but he said these doors are non-functioning, like you don't lock those screen doors. So that's why I didn't put tape there. And then also he didn't have a ring camera. Normally I would tape up the ring camera. Somebody asked about AC units, and that's what these control boxes are. And this right here is a control box for the pump for the pool that he has. And you see how I taped up over there. And you know, when I say tape up, guys, look at this. All I'm doing, I'm not taping up the whole box. I'm just literally taping up the top part, you know, to prevent the chemical from getting behind the box and going down the wire and whatnot. Let's see if there's anything taped up back here. Not really. I remember, I think the door down here I did tape up, yes. You see the door down there to the basement? That did get taped up because that does have a key, another outlet. Nothing here. And then one outlet right here, right down there. And that's it. And by the way, the stucco tape, we get on Amazon. Wow. That's really dirty all the way up there, guys. And by the way, not to get off topic here, guys, when you see that a house is really dirty, you see how it's not that dirty down here, but it's really dirty up there? It means they need to have their gutters done as well. That's a great tip for you guys. So we're gonna upsell the gutters here to him, you know, to come back at another time to do that. But anyway, I was saying about Amazon. We have an Amazon list. That's where we order this stucco tape right there, guys, and also the contractor bags. You can get them there as well. But anyway, let me turn on that Honda 690, guys, and let's wash this house together. There you have it, guys. We already got soapage, no wind today, thank God. You guys saw from that other video how extremely windy it was that day. Wow, it's incredible the amount of wind I had to deal with. Matter of fact, none of you guys said anything, but I actually had to take out the sound from the background because it was so windy you couldn't hear my voice over the wind when we try to edit the video. So that's why I had no sound, like you couldn't hear, like you guys hear you hear that right here? Hear the solution hitting the wall. Remember, guys, always start from one side, never the center, ground to gutter. Practice good technique out there. So there you have it. But I'm glad that there's no wind today. And then the other thing I was gonna say to you guys is we're actually using a new piece of tool today in our equipment. I'm gonna show here once we move from here. Oh, look at that. You guys notice how I got behind the bushes. You don't want to shoot your solution through the bushes. Very important. I think it's self-explanatory there. So you see how now I switched over to my shooter tip, guys? Ground to gutter. Try not to you know, be switching tips, you know, too often. We talked about that in the last video. Ooh. But this lance right here, guys, it's an aluminum lance right there. You see that? The gun, by the way, is a YG General Pump YG 5000. It's the gun. I've been using this gun now for like, I don't know, 6-7 years, something like that. Love this gun. And I'm gonna tell you, the vendor where I get all my products, even though it's a local vendor, they do deliver. I wanted to shout them out because this lance right here on my gun, guys, wow, it doesn't weigh almost anything. It's like half, more than half of the weight of the other, you know, the metal wand. And that's great for me because you guys well know, you guys that follow the channel, you know that you know, I tore my rotator cuff when I first started in a business. Is something, you know, I deal with even 13 years later here. And I love, you know, being able to take more weight off of the gun for me. Highly recommend this lance and this gun setup. I'll put the information up here for you guys for their location. You can call them. My guy, his name is Sean. The place is called Absolute Pressure Washing. They're out of Odenton, Maryland. Odenton is actually what, about an hour and a half to 2 hours away from me, depending on traffic. And guys, guess what? Like a vast majority, like 80% of the equipment that you guys see me use on a daily basis comes from them. Most of my rigs, the what's it called, the, you know, all the hoses, all the equipment, the hardware comes from them as well. So Absolute Pressure Washing in Odenton, Maryland. Call my guy Sean if you guys want this gun or the lance, or, you know, they've been around since I want to say 1986, and the guys are, you know, incredibly knowledgeable. Awesome company to deal with as well. You guys know one of the things I talk about a lot on the channel is customer service and how it's dead. Well, let me tell you, at Absolute, it's very much alive. Great customer service. We recently had a situation where one of our machines went down. My guys were doing a gas station, huge commercial job, and we had to get it done that day because they were coming to pave the very next day. We were doing post-construction cleaning, and it had to be done that day. And guys, my 10-gallon a minute machine, the pump went bad on it, and I took it over to Absolute. This all happened like around 9 o'clock, when we figured out that it wasn't something that I was going to be able to fix. You know, I just took the entire rig up there. Their guy up there, their technician, Ed, man, he just popped that sucker out. We put a new machine on there, brand new machine. I was in and out in 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Back to the job site, and we finished that big job. They were so happy, and it was all thanks to Absolute. So, you know, that's a vendor, guys, because, you know, in today's modern age, man, I don't know what it is about companies, but finding a really good, reputable company is difficult. Hard to do. You guys saw that mud hut that came down right there? Little wasp nest right there. You see how that solution up there, guys? Instantly churning the gutters from black, from grime to shine, like instantly almost. And guys, remember, I'm downstreaming. I'm using a 50-50 mix, right? 50-50 mix, a 6% solution, and it's strong enough. You guys saw how black the gutters were up there. Now they're like shiny, super shiny. Put a little bit of solution on here as well. There we go. So yeah, guys, reach out to my dudes there. The guy's name is Sean. Ooh, let's get that right there. You know what, let's switch to the fan tip here real quick, guys, because I want to get this part right here. My dude there, his name is Sean. Let him know that Mr. Bubbles saying you, let him know that you're part of my army, and he's gonna take real good care of you guys. Treat you guys like family, just like they treat me like family. So the other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, ooh, that's really good up there. That's starting to look real good. Of course, we're gonna let that marinate a little bit. Pricing, guys, make sure you get your pricing right for 2025. This house wash here, $499 wash. Okay, you guys see here in real time. And you know, you got to remember, I spent, I don't know, about 10 minutes or something talking with the owner, doing my 5 rounds, and I'm still gonna get this done right around an hour, a little bit less, to make 500 bucks. You know, take that all day. There's people in America that don't make 500 bucks in a week. Look at that, nobody out here. It's 67 degrees outside today, guys. Look at that. Look at that. See how I switched over to my fan tip? And then I start the whole process over again. I go as far as I can with the fan tip. Then switch to my shooter tip at that end right now. Look at that. You guys be careful with azaleas. Very finicky plants, azaleas. Oh, look how dirty that is right there. Right here. Right there. Ooh. That's really good. Ground to gutter. A lot of what is that thing called? Cobwebs here as well on his house. He says they're moving to, I think he said South Carolina, one of the Carolinas, South or North Carolina. Let's keep going, and then we're gonna come back around. You guys see, typically, like, you're getting a lot out of your fan tip if it's not too windy. I mean, the other day, good God. Right there, guys. These plants also, Pieris, and also, what's that other one? Nandinas. I think he's got a Nandina here somewhere. But anyway, most houses you go to will have azaleas. Make sure that at the end, you're putting a lot of water on those azaleas. You see, I've gone as far as I can. You guys can see up there, look. As far as I can with my pen tip. Look at that. See that? So now, you guys already know. Switching to my shooter tip. Just like that. Bam. I'm sorry guys, I was talking about pricing. Make sure you get your pricing right for 2025. You know, I can send you guys out my pricing guidelines, because you see this, guys, you know, 500 bucks for a house wash. Some of you guys out there, you're still doing house washes for, you know, 150 bucks, 200 bucks. I mean, there's guys even in my area that will come out and wash a house this big for 150 bucks. That's crazy to me. Crazy. Look at that right there. This wall right here, I can tell you, this in the back definitely gonna need probably a second coat, maybe even a third. Look at that. I mean, it's melting off, but here it is grimy. Grimy. So get your pricing right, guys. That's just the bottom line. You know, start with my guideline. Just print that out. I forget who it was that I talked to. Oh, that's right. It was Aaron Bailey, one of our members and subscribers. He said that he printed that thing out and he's got it in a binder in his truck. So, you know, that's a great way of doing it, because you do not want to goof up. I've often have said this. Number one mistake that new guys make when they're starting a pressure washing business is that their pricing is just not good, guys. Not good. Way too low. You need to get the prices higher, because how else are you going to pay for marketing and right? I just told you an example at the start of this video how my machine broke down, right? The pump on the machine went bad, and you know, we had to put a new machine on that unit. Guys, they didn't do that for free, right? Like, I had to pay cash for that machine. I bought that machine cash, the new machine they put on there. And where's that money come from? You know, not some pot of gold at the end of my rainbow. Like, it comes from this right here, right? From charging jobs accordingly, right? So get your pricing up there, even if you're a new guy. So you know what's interesting? I recently was interacting with one of you guys, a new guy, you know, just like 6 months in the industry, sort of new guy. And he said to me something very interesting. He said that he keeps his prices low because he's not yet confident enough. So I think I'm going to do a separate video about that. You know, how to raise up your confidence level. So, you know, essentially what he was saying is he just doesn't feel comfortable because he's not, you know, so knowledgeable yet of the industry, and he's not a professional, you know, true professional yet. So he doesn't feel comfortable, he said, you know, charging somebody, let's say, you know, $300-400 bucks for a house wash, you know, when he doesn't know what he's doing yet. But that's foolish, guys. That's foolish. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make any sense, because how are you going to grow your business? You're not. Ooh, let's put some SH here on the door. How are you going to grow your business? You're not. Oh, you know something I forgot to mention to you guys as well. Bring this up, which is very important. How we got this customer. You know, it's something I do with every single house wash that I do for you guys. I tell you how we got the customer, so you guys can learn from our experiences and copy what it is that we're doing, so you can see similar results, right? That's the whole point behind the channel, actually. So you guys can copy me. And how we got this job is through a handyman named Russ. He's a guy that's part of our network, right? Something we talk a lot about on the channel, networking. So we met Russ at a networking event. He's a handyman. He's out here doing some painting inside. They wanted to have the Ooh, you see how my shooter tip, guys? I'm sorry, my fan tip? I'm like 10 feet beyond the house right now with my fan tip. Look at that. Like beyond the house. See how different it is when it's not windy? So make sure that you guys are, you know, networking with other people. Not just in, you know, within the industry like me. I know you guys network with me, but I can't help you get customers in your area, right? I mean, network with landscapers, network with, you know, handyman, network with, ooh, right there, it's real dirty right there. Network with people that do roofs and construction and things of that nature. So he was telling me, he was like, hey Russ, you know, before you finish your job, can you also pressure wash the house? And he was like, nah, I don't do that anymore. I don't get on ladders like that. And he said, you're gonna have to call Mr. Bubbles for that. And here we are. So look at that, guys. I'm about, ooh, I know you guys can't see real well because of the sun, but right there I was about like 20 feet beyond the house right there. Like without wind, forget about it. That's what was hurting us the other day when we did that job. Guys, got somebody calling me on the other side. Let me see what that's all about. Sorry about that, guys. The neighbor came out and wanted a price real quick here on the house to the left of where I am. The 5-round, saw the 5-round on the door. They were, guys. Make sure you passing out your 5-rounds. Oh, so back to the wash here. I'm just hitting with the shooter tip. I'm hitting the, ooh, oh, that's a lot of SH. I'm hitting the fascia boards and the outside part of the gutter. Okay, the downspout there. It's looking pretty good. That SH is cutting it real good. We'll hit that door one more time down there. You guys see that? Where I put that tape on the door. There you go. That's pretty good, so we'll let that sit. Let's go back around. All right, so this was the last wall that we hit. So you guys got to remember, you know, your house wash is divided between 3 phases. We just completed phase 1, which was the sauce phase. Now we're starting phase 2, which is the spot treat phase. Look at that. So we're hitting anything that still looks kind of funky. Oh, right there, look at that. Right there. And the gutter up there is probably the worst part. A couple of spots here on the siding that look bad. But that gutter right there might need a 3rd coat. But we'll see, we'll let this one sit a little bit. I mean, it looks way better than it did before, I'll say that. There you go. Remember I said this side was probably gonna need 2, maybe even 3 coats. It's just so bad, full of mold up there. That debris that's probably in the gutters. Like I said, he probably needs to have his gutters done. And once I knock on the door at the end here, we're gonna upsell him the gutters for sure. Wow, this looks really good. Wow, facial board up there, not one spot. So by the way, the neighbor, I already gave her a quote, and she's called the office manager, and she said that she's got to run it by her husband, but we're definitely gonna pick that up. Guys, social proofing, you wanna tap into that. Oh, there's a mud hut right there, guys. Ah, already gone, he saw it. Fell, it's like right there by the hose. That's done. Oh, right there, one spot. Again, what I'm doing, guys, what you see me doing, I already finished phase 1, the sauce phase. Now I'm doing the spot treating. So literally, I'm only hitting spots that still look kind of funky. And actually, there's a spot right there below that window. Right here. Looks kind of funky. Funky monkey. There you go. Switch over to my shooter tip. You guys see how I very rarely, you know, switch tips. Only if I absolutely have to. Wow, that looks really good. This corner right here was really bad. when we did it the first time, like really, really bad. It was all black. So now it's looking clean as a whistle. So he's selling the house. This is the first time we're working for him, but I wouldn't be shocked. I said this the other day in a video. Guys, watch what I'm telling you. It's gonna be like 2 years from now, and I'm gonna be like, hey guys, remember this house? And it's gonna be a different owner. Happens to us as a company all the time. All the time. Just hitting that little part right there, the fascia board, the lip, right below the, what is that thing called? The gutter, the downspout. There you go. We'll let that sit. And then we're gonna go through, and the, what side is that? The other side of the house, the right side of the house, plus the back. We might have to spot treat once more, and then we're good. Then we're gonna switch our system over to rinse, and that's the third part of the wash, the rinse. But you guys see up there how black, I mean, those gutters were black as midnight. And again, I'm downstreaming, not soft washing, so I'm not hitting it with like super strong sauce. Ooh, completely done. The front's done, guys. The front is ready for rinse. Let's see the, oh wow, look at that up there, guys. Wow. A little bit more spot treating. Go around this can. Wow, that looks good. Looks really good, guys. Like honestly, like a brand new gutter. Nothing else organic there. We'll let that sit. Go back to our last wall here, and then we're ready for rinse. Let's see. Ooh, look at that corner right there, guys. Thing looks good. One spot right there on that fascia board right there. If you guys can see it right there, right where my gun's pointing, right there. Let that sit, marinate for a little bit. Right there too. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, like I said, we'll let that marinate for a little bit, sit for a couple minutes. This is pretty good. We'll hit that with water. This spot right here, you guys see it, like right there. Gotta say, I'm loving this aluminum wand. So much lighter, guys. Take a couple pounds off of the pressure on my shoulder. Like I said, you know, it happened what, 3 months in, I fell off a ladder. I don't know if you've heard that story, me telling that story or not before. I think I talked about it in episode 25 on my channel, in the very beginning of the channel. I fell backwards and did like a tuck and roll type video. Landed on my right shoulder off of, like, I feel like 15 feet off a ladder. So, and torn rotator cuff. And here it is all these years later. Still dealing with it. There you have it, guys. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch my system over to water, to rinse mode, and I'll catch you guys on that side. Guys, quick announcement. I've created a digital product called Mr. Bubbles Business in a Box. Check this out. Okay, so the Mr. Bubbles Business in a Box is actually a thumb drive that we're going to send to you guys to your physical address. And when you get this thumb drive, you're going to see a folder that's called Box in it. And then when you open it, you're going to see all of these files right here, guys, all of these folders. And guys, this thing has over 500 files, anything and everything I've ever created from my business. So all of the blueprints, training modules, documents, all of the things that you guys constantly email me about, you know, your pricing PDF, your for example, you know, your marketing blueprints, anything that you could need for your business is in here. That's why we call it a business in a box. One of the things that I really like about this is, guys, check out all of these pictures. So you have a total of 300 before and after pictures that you guys can add to your website and your Facebook and your Google My Business. And check this out. So there's a folder called Google SEO, and the pictures already have the SEO words in them. And this one photo right here has over 300. This specific folder has 190 pictures, but all in all, it's over 300 pictures. Look at some of these pictures, guys. Amazing before and afters pictures for you guys to be able to add to all of your social medias and whatnot. This is going to help you get a lot of customers. And of course, your edible postcards are on here. And then finally, you got training videos on here as well, guys. Like, for example, the video on how to optimize your Google My Business, the Mr. Bubbles. You got several videos, so they're like training modules. You got all the PDFs. The bottom line, guys, is this. This is going to help you with your business. So don't miss out. Make sure that you email us so you can get your business in a box today. In order to get your business in a box, you just got to hit the link in the description of this video. And I say this all the time on the channel, guys. The more you know, the more you grow. That's how come I decided to create this business in a box, because it has everything in there you need to be able to grow your business. And I really believe that this is going to be a game changer for you. Guys, you do not want to miss out on this one. Always remember, guys, that when you first switch from solution to water, you're going to have a little bit of solution still in your line. It's usually about a good 20 to 30 seconds. So be cognizant of that, you know, because you don't want to get solution on plants. You think you're rinsing them and so forth. And then the other thing I'll say about rinsing is the opposite of soaping. So you want to rinse from the gutter to the ground. Remember, when we're soaping, right, when we're saucing up that wall, we're saucing up from ground to gutter. The opposite is true when we're doing the rinsing. And the goal is, when you rinse a house, you want the house, the windows, the plants free of chemical free. Let's switch over to our fin tip so we can get behind this this plant right here and rinse the windows. And by the way, you guys see over there where I'm pointing, the blue, what is that? Is that a Vet? Yeah, Corvette. They came out. I was actually, ooh, this popped out. Ooh, I hope the O-ring didn't pop out. Nah, it didn't. You gotta put that on tight. So I was eating something on in a truck while, you know, while I was on a right before I was rinsing, you know, about to rinse, since I had put you guys on pause. It took a couple minutes to eat a bite right there. And then while I was in my truck, she came over and she said she called the office, and that for me to go and give her a quote once I was done. That she already talked to somebody in the office. So chalk up another one for the 5-around, guys. Make sure that you're doing your 5-around. Of course, now 100% that I got water. You see that? You guys can see that on the tree right there. Look, not one bit of soap. So remember to rinse the chemical off of the plants. These I'm not that worried about. There's literally no leaves on them, literally none. It's all dried up, nothing but twigs. We'll put some more water on these once we finish the windows. But yeah, guys, if you guys are not out there, there's the woman right there, look, walking her dog. So right as soon as I'm done. So we already did a quote there, already picked up the job, and now we got to go do a quote there. If you guys are not doing your 5-arounds, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Then, I mean, you're not really paying attention or listening to what we got going on here in the channel, because besides door-to-door sale is really how I build my company. Like probably I've gotten easily over 1,000 customers in my lifetime. Ooh, right there. Doing door-to-door sales and the 5-arounds. That's it. That's like my secret sauce right there. Door-to-door sales and 5-arounds. And you guys just saw 2 examples. Picked up that house and across the street. They're going to be, the 2 of them combined is going to be well over $3,000 worth of work, because that woman over there wants a lot of work done. And you know, and what does that cost me? You know, whatever the 10 cents or whatever it is for the 5 around. So it's 20 cents, 200 for 1,000, so 20 cents for the 5 around for the postcard I'm talking about. There you have it, guys. I mean, just when you're rinsing windows, 10 seconds per window, so 5 seconds per pane. So like 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5. Doors, by the way, I do 10. So like here I don't need to do a lot, but on a door I would do 10. So it's like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 right there. Remember, top to bottom. There you go, just like that. Look at that. And it doesn't require a lot of water, you know what I mean, because once you're going from the top to the bottom, you got to remember gravity's taking that sucker down, taking it way down. It's gonna rinse everything on the way down. That window right there is a big piece of glass. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. Also, I think I'm gonna hit this because this is a cul-de-sac. It's only got 20 houses on the whole street, and it seems like hot, like the zone is hot. So that's another great tip for you guys in terms of marketing, right? I'm gonna hit this whole street like blanket. Like I'm gonna put one in every single house before I leave, because I mean, it is hot. People see us out here, you know, I'm wearing my uniform, they see the truck, they see the wrap, and you know, keeping up with the Joneses, right guys? It's one of the impulses, one of the factors of impulse. Everybody wants to do what everybody else is doing. You know, nobody wants to be one-upped by their neighbor. They might not even know that he's actually selling the house. We're gonna get up close and clean that up, because there's mud huts behind there. Make sure we put this on here, right? Yep. That's pretty good. And then there's one right here too. There you go. Let's get some water on these bushes. This is a holly bush. You see hollies a lot. I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but I studied a lot on plants when I started in this business, and I was killing a lot of plants. So I started doing some research into plants. Holly plants are very acidic, and you usually see them around houses, because they suck up a lot of water from the foundation because of their root system. Because their root system grows out like that. And so that's why a lot of people use hollies near their house. Keep their foundation dry. Bet you guys didn't know that, did ya? This is looking pretty good, guys. This house was pretty nasty. And again, this is a $499 wash. So, you know, and man, I mean, I've been, guys, like neighbors, 2 neighbors have come out and talked to me, did my 5 arounds, picked up neighbors. Oh, that's a lot of water down there, right there. And by the way, if you notice with my rinsing, I started all the way over there because I had just hit that with sauce, so I needed those 2 sides right there to marinate a little bit more. What we'll do is we'll go finish up the back, then we'll finish up right here since the truck's right there. Let's do the back next. Just in case, we'll wet these azaleas here too. Probably doesn't need it, but pretty confident we didn't get any solution down there. With these Pieris, Japanese Pieris, they did get some SH on them. And we'll hit that azalea on our way out. Definitely azalea will die. Here you go, from top to bottom. Rinsing. Oh, that one spot up there, you guys probably can't see because it's right in the line of the thing here. Gone. Gone. There you go. Look at that. Putting a lot of water top to bottom. Let's hit those windows real good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I was saying before the neighbor came out, guys, and we got interrupted, you know, just get your pricing right, you know. Get your guideline. Put that in your truck. And what I was telling you guys right before I heard the neighbor come around the corner was number one mistake you guys make, you know, is their prices are jacked up. How you gonna afford anything? Oh, look at that. That's dirty. You got to be able to afford good equipment, guys, good marketing, you know, your ads on Nextdoor, Google My Business. Oh, you know what? I forgot to mention this. We're almost at the end of the video here. I forgot to mention the Google My Business class coming up. Guys, this is the last video that we're doing before the class. So I'm not promoting it anymore on any other video. So I'll put the link to the class for you guys to sign up down below. Make sure you sign up for that. And like I said, you know, it's my last class. And then that's it. No more Google My Business classes. Guys, I'm back here at my shop. It turns out that my what's it called? My GoPro died on me. And when I say the GoPro died, I don't mean the actual battery died. The GoPro itself is done. I mean, kaput. Vamos, adios. But anyway, so I just wanted to come back to the shop and do kind of like a little closeout for you guys, because wanted to remind you that tomorrow's class, the Zoom class that we're doing, my absolute last class. So make sure that you jump on there, because you're going to learn all the good stuff, guys. Everything you need to know in order to optimize your Google My Business. And the bottom line is, man, you're like, that class is never going to exist. That content is not going to, you're not going to be able to see that content absolutely anywhere. So I highly recommend that. By the way, I really appreciate you watching the video today. Stay tuned to the Mr. Bubbles channel, because in the next couple of days, I got 2 videos coming out. I'm doing a top 10 ways to increase sales for your pressure washing business video. Also, I have some amazing, great resources to share with you. All you have to do is email me. My email, by the way, is in the description of this video. Actually, in the description of all the videos, and I do answer all of my emails. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bubbles out.